All right, welcome back. We're about to start our first competitor for the 2026 MILKLAB Barista Championships. Might just introduce you to some of our sponsors. We've got Faema, Rancilio, Rivierina Fresh Milk, Loveramics, Barista Supplies, Jibbiug, and Nucleus. So David from Honor is going to start us off in, I think, maybe 30 or so seconds. We'll get our judges out in a minute, and we'll get cracking.
All right. So, let's start the music. Right. Time. Good morning, judges. It is good to be here with you guys. You know that high pressure from the high altitude often creates a more refined coffee quality. It reflects our coffee community. You know that raising costs that we are experiencing in any aspect is not slowing us down. In fact, it pursues for more creativity and innovation. You know, just like how easy to find that layered drinks that you can go to any cafes. It is not a sign that we are stepping back from a specialty coffee, but instead, it's a sign that people are actually still curious and remain appreciating the main craftsmanship. And this is exactly why I have chosen the coffee today, as this coffee really highlights those distinct layers that creates an exceptional coffee quality. This coffee is from Iris Estate in Panama. It is grown 1,800 above sea level, this geisha varietal. So the low temperature for this coffee allow a more refined sugar quality due to its low temperature. Now, mixed with the volcanic soil, this coffee is rich mineral, giving us a more refined that floral-like in our cup today. Now, Jameson Savage's idea is to preserve the terroir in every cup. Therefore, this coffee is now processed with a carbonic maceration, with a goal to enhance a coffee quality while preserving its nature. So, this coffee now is put on a sealed tank. 3 days in a sealed tank, introduced with carbon dioxide twice a day. All right, then this coffee is continued with drying process. It's depulp and then put in a 3-tier drying processing. The top tier is to stop the layers of fermentation on time, allowing this coffee to have a more proper time of the drying process. And then slowing down with its secondary tier. Now judges, by slowing down this drying process, the coffee is now developing more sugar quality, allowing for more sweetness in the cup. And for more slower temperature is the third tier. Now, to do and highlight this complexity, we roast this coffee with 11% of development time in 10 minutes, allowing to highlight this complexity in the cup. And now today that I highlighted this coffee using 19.5 grams, producing 45 out in 22 seconds. This is to just elevate that vibrancy in a cup, allowing me to highlight that sweetness and an acidity. So in the cup, you will experience, please take notes, a jasmine, an orange, and then a plum. It has a bergamot lingering finish. This coffee is just slightly below medium in weight. It's juicy in texture. Again, that long lingering bergamot finish. Please hold on a minute from drinking it. We're gonna let this to cool down a bit more. And before you drink it later on, we're gonna ask you to stir 20 times just to allow that layer to be mixed together and for the more ideal temperature. All right, judges, now please enjoy. All right, judges. Now, this coffee, the layered drinks that we found across Australia, I found that this coffee is unique because of the combination of these fresh flavors with this creamy mouthfeel. Therefore, this has encouraged me to make an expressive milk beverage for our drink. Therefore, I remember this origin, a coffee from Ethiopia, where it has a very distinct fruit flavor with a nice round body. Your coffee today is Ethiopia Gargari. This coffee is processed with a natural carbonic maceration. The natural quality allow this coffee to have that distinct fruit quality and sweetness, while the carbonic maceration allow us to have a more clean and lingering aftertaste. So, judges, I'll start with the full cream milk today. In your cup today, if you may take notes, that you will experience taste of banana, melted chocolate, and butterscotch. This coffee is medium, it's creamy. The high elevation from the coffee allow this to have a more refined sugar quality in the cup. A natural process preserve that natural fruit flavor. And now I have used a ratio of 20 grams in, producing 30 out, just to highlight the structure of this coffee more. This coffee is highlighted with a more development in the cup, allowing this coffee to be more structure in the body, with finishing in 13 minutes of roasting time and end up in 18 development time, 18% development. All right, judges, this is for the full cream. I will be back for our oat. Thank you. Beautiful. So in the oat milk, that you will experience a taste of mango, canned mango, a granola. It has a silky texture with a light vanilla yogurt. Judges, serving this coffee really means a lot to me. It highlights all that layers of legacy that the community has put. Thank you so much for being with me today. I'm using the same recipe for this oat milk. And truly a pleasure for me to be able to share this moment together. Please enjoy. Beautiful. Lastly, please enjoy. That's my time.
Congratulations, David. Head over here so we can see your beautiful face. All right. Jump in here. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You feeling good?
Yep.
Great. Awesome. Everything looked really great from where I was standing as well. Interesting questions about your presentation today.
Yep.
I want to go back to where you first started. Obviously, the format has changed a little bit from doing only full cream milk. And today we use Rivierina,
Yep.
and now we added the oat milk in, the MILKLAB. How did that change your approach? Because it's 50% of your milk-based marks, right?
Yep.
Which probably is a little bit different to when you have the cafe.
Yep.
A little bit different. So what were your thoughts going into this when picking your coffee?
Wow, it's a bit challenging, of course, to make sure it works. But thankfully, this coffee was, we know the intention. So we'll try to roast it sort of like complementing the two. And we are quite happy with, I'm quite happy with the transition of changing between full cream and the oat milk.
Great, great. And this isn't your first time in competition. You've competed a few times.
I did.
How many times is this now?
Total of 3 times.
3 times,
Yes.
and all in barista.
All in barista.
Great. A barista is quite a big undertaking. I don't think people realize. Although you make coffee every day in the shop, you know, you proud owner of a couple of shops. It's a very different process when you're on bar, out in front of judges, somebody walking around behind you with a little, writing some notes down about what you're doing. Although, you know, the skills are meant to mimic what we do in the shop, what is your training consist of? Because other than having a shop, you've also...
Thanks
judges.
So
Say goodbye,
thanks, judges. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, judges. Hi, thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks.
Our judges are the most important people, other than the barista. How does that change your ability to get time to plan? Because I was trying to say, you got kids, you've
Yep.
got shops, you've got to barista,
Yep.
and then you've got to train.
Yep.
How do you work that out?
I guess trying to make time. Of course, because of their support, we make the time and all
Yep.
that. It's challenging,
Yep.
but I guess the just being here with the community,
Mhm.
the process of learning is definitely something that we aim. We love being here. I felt the support since I'm walking in here.
Yep.
So I just don't want to miss out.
That's perfect. Now tell me a little bit about your support networks. I think it's really important as a barista competitor. We realize it's not just you up here, right? You've got the processor, you've got your roaster, you've got
Yep.
your staff, obviously your family. Thank you, family in the front row down here supporting you. Who else is part of your support network?
So many people. I think the layers of those help, like the little thing can make a big difference.
Mhm.
Just like how time speed up here, suddenly just like
Yep.
10 times faster, like even like a small help means a lot.
Right.
I have got so many friends, a mentor, Sasa Sestik as well, to be here
Yep.
tasting coffees with me to really develop that, habit, back to the competition habit.
Yep.
Yep.
That's great.
And of course, family is number one. My wife there
Absolutely.
is the biggest supporter for sure.
Perfect. I think that's all I had. Congratulations and good luck. Our first barista competitor in the 2026 MILKLAB Barista Competition. Make a bit of noise, everybody. Thanks, David.
Thanks so much.
We're going to be moving on to our brewers next.